Hello everyone and good evening and welcome to today's webinar session brought to you by Shiksha Study Abroad and the University of Tampa. The topic for today's webinar is MBA programs offered by the University of Tampa, USA. Before starting up with the presentation, I would like to introduce our panelist for today. Our panelist is Ms. Maria Popil, Associate Director, International Graduate Admissions at the University of Tampa, USA. Thank you so much, Maria, for joining us today. I would now request you to please proceed with the presentation.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me today. It's an early morning in Florida. It's like 7 a.m. in the morning. So I'm full of energy, excited to talk to you. So let's start. So this is pretty much the view that I have at the moment. This is how the University of Tampa started. It used to be a hotel back in 1931, built by Henry Plant. He was a very famous businessman in Tampa Bay area, traveled a lot, built the railway, and he started building this amazing hotel right before the Second World War, and then it turned into the University of Tampa. So this is how the history begins. International graduate team, it's two of us, myself and Paul. So we pretty much split the whole world between two of us. So once you submit the application, if you belong to Paul territory-wise, he will reach out to you right away. If you're my student, then it's going to be me. And the best thing about our international team here at the University of Tampa, it's going to be us along the way. So we accept the application, we check it, we can help you uploading the documents, we process all the documents, and then we also part of admission committee when we make decision. Same with graduate assistantships, because we know the students, we do play important role in selecting the graduate assistants. So the University of Tampa, founded in 1931, we have 110 landscape acres with 70 buildings, including 11 residence halls. At the moment, we have about 10,000 students, 23 consecutive years of record enrollment. We are pretty proud of that fact. The University of Tampa is extremely diverse. We have students from all 50 states and 132 countries on campus. It's a very beautiful historic building located right in downtown. So for you, it means walking distance to your jobs, internships, safety, and low living costs. Competitive tuition fee. This is another great feature of the University of Tampa. Everybody pays the same. We don't have in-state tuition, out-of-state tuition, international tuition. Everybody pays the same. This is how we try to promote and let the students know, hey, everybody is the same here. It doesn't really matter where you're from, what are your thoughts, beliefs. We treat everybody equally. We have a lot of STEM programs at graduate level, and we keep working on that because we do realize STEM extension of OPT is pretty essential for international students. So we do have a bunch of STEM approved programs, and I will mention it a little bit later. Great job opportunities. Again, location, downtown, you don't have to go far. And just to give you a slight idea, Florida is a new state, and now it's one in the 10th of the fastest growing job markets in the country. So we're leading this field, and Tampa Bay area is also home to nearly 10 Fortune 1000 company headquarters. So we do have companies to go work for, starting with your internship and then moving full time. So yes, great job opportunities, definitely. Couple facts about Tampa Bay area. Top industries: healthcare, finance, supply chain, and technology. Tampa International Airport ranked the best airport in the United States and the third best airport in the world. 250 daily flights, that's our average. But recently this number is slightly lower, but you know, the world is getting back on track, so that's the great thing. Tampa Bay is home to 20 corporate headquarters with over 1 billion in annual revenue, 8 of which are Fortune 1000 companies. Almost 500 foreign-owned companies representing more than 40 nations are established in our community. This is once again showing that the Tampa Bay area is extremely diverse. We have people from all over the world enjoying life, working, studying, and the University of Tampa represents the Tampa Bay area in the greatest way by having almost 45% of our student body international. Tampa leads the state in high-wage STEM jobs, and in the past 5 years, local IT jobs has grown at nearly twice the rate of overall average job growth. Again, that's why here at the UT, we pay great attention to STEM majors and STEM programs. Tampa Bay area is quickly becoming a hub for IT companies. All shapes, sizes, still room to grow. So that's the best thing. As I mentioned, it's a new state, so everything is growing and blooming at the moment. So it's the right time to be here and enjoy everything we have to offer. Couple fun facts about Tampa and Tampa Bay area. Tampa is #1 best small tech market in North America. We also one of the top 10 best American cities to work in technology. Tampa has more high-grown companies per capita than New York City. That's interesting. We also hold 20% of the state's IT positions. So our new program, Master of Science in Cybersecurity, is extremely popular among international students as well as domestic. So this is the list of leading IT companies, IT jobs, if you're interested. Tampa employs more than 356,000 in the financial and professional services sector. 10% of the nation's Fortune 50 and 9% of the Fortune 100 companies' shared services operations are located here in Tampa Bay area. So this is the best thing about being in Tampa Bay area comparing to the rest of the state and the rest of the country. Everything is new, everything is developing, we have room to grow, so you will be the part of this growing process, which is extremely exciting. Leading sectors in manufacturing, computer electronic, metal, machinery, food, medical devices. We also, the state of Florida, we don't have state income tax, so it makes your living cost very affordable comparing to the rest of the country. And even if you compare to the rest of the state, Miami, Orlando, they have a lot of tourists out there. Their prices are pretty wild comparing to Tampa Bay area. So living is extremely affordable. So let me talk about our main business programs. So MBA is definitely #1. MBA is the oldest program that we have. You can do general MBA or at one of 10 concentrations that we have, and I will talk about it in a minute. We also have business graduate programs such as Master of Science in Accounting, Finance, Marketing, Entrepreneurship, and Cybersecurity. If you're not a business student, you can do Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology. This is a STEM-approved educational program. And we also have Master of Science in Criminology and Exercise and Nutrition Science. Speaking of accreditation, we are accredited by Commission on Colleges of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, regional accreditation, and definitely a CSB accreditation. As you know, only 9% of business schools have earned this accreditation, so we're extremely proud. And for you, it means you can easily transfer credits to other schools if you change your mind, and if you go, if the plan is to go do PhD after your MBA or Masters, you can definitely go do that. All the credits will be transferable. A little bit about ranking and recognitions. Our MBA is in top MBA of the country. But when you choose and pick the right MBA program or right MS program for you, consider other factors. Consider location. You have to have nice weather because it's 2 years of your life. You shouldn't be miserable, right? Location is important. Also consider the return of investment, because if you have to take ginormous loans just to afford your education, think about what kind of jobs you're supposed to get right after to be able to pay it back. So just as example, our 2-year MBA program is going to be about $37,000 total tuition fee, and the salaries after graduation with MBA degrees starts from 67,000 a year. So speaking of return of investments here. So always be smart when choosing your MBA or master's program and consider all the factors that are important for you. Why the University of Tampa? I would definitely mention our amazing faculty. 99% of them have doctorate or the highest terminal degree in their field, so PhD professors. And another interesting fact about them, all of them are full-time professionals. So when we hire our faculty, we have to make sure they work, they're in the field, they know what's going on, so the students are getting that networking already in the classroom. So when the time comes to start your internship, even your professor can have nice advice for you and suggest going to companies and talk to people. So that's important. Peers, diversity, inclusion. Yes, we are extremely diverse, same tuition for everybody. That's a really friendly, inclusive environment that we have here on campus. And the picture in the right top corner that you see here is our chapel. So we do have chapel on campus. Why? Because we would love to promote, we're not we want to show that we're not sticking to one religion. We really promote and include everybody, and chapel is just a nice place where you can come and then meditate, just think about life in a nice silent room. So it's a really great place to be. We have a ginormous organ there, so you can listen to beautiful music as well. Practical case-based educational methodology, definitely. This is the US educational method. So the way we teach, we like to say that you can pretty much use skills and knowledge that you get in the evening next morning at work or internship. So all the cases we talk about during the class, all the research situations we discuss, advice we give, everything is real life cases, real life companies. We do invite a lot of companies representative to mentor you or to lecture. So networking, that's very important. Academic reputation, yes, we're very popular in Tampa Bay Area and the state of Florida. UT is the great private university. We have a lot of interesting alums. Even the mayor of Tampa City, John Castor, she is the alumni of the University of Tampa. Flexible schedule, totally up to you. We have morning, noon, and night options from 6 to 10. So based on your life interest, if you do internship in the beginning, you'll probably take the morning classes, noon classes. Later on, when you start working, doing internships, there's an option to take the night class after you're done. So that's pretty flexible. It's totally up to you. So for the first semester, your academic advisor will register you for classes, so you don't have to worry about that. But they always send the schedule for you to confirm, so you will know what are you choosing and picking. But then starting from the second semester, it's going to be up to you. You will be registering yourself in the workday. So flexible schedule is a great thing to have. Networking events with the Tampa Bay community. Yes, we are very popular. First of all, our beautiful campus and plant hall building, we host a lot of events there. A location right in downtown, so we do have a lot of things, fairs, job fairs going on. We have Office of Career Services. They are responsible, and I will be talking about them a little bit later. So they are responsible for job fairs, inviting companies on campus, organizing those cool events through the year. So you just have to be proactive and use what they have for you. Location, downtown, tuition, everybody pays the same. So I would also like to mention our high-tech facilities. We have cybersecurity 100% secured lab, so that's an interesting place to be and work. We also have financial trading center equipped with Bloomberg terminals, and we give students money to play a little bit with it. So that's an interesting opportunity. You don't have to be a MS and finance student to do it. You can just be MBA or business student to use the rest of the facilities that we have for you. PhD degrees of our faculty, practical business experience. They travel, they conduct research, they write books and consult with businesses and governments around the globe. And most importantly, they do assist students in the exploration of whatever subject holds their passion. So our faculty is pretty cool. And average class size is 20 people. So it is a small university, like I mentioned, about 10,000 students. So you will get that small private university vibe in the classroom. Everybody knows your name. When you walk on campus, everybody say hi. Again, knowing your name. So that's a pretty cool feeling. But at the same time, you cannot hide behind the back of your classmates when you're not ready with the homework. So this is the deal here with the small classes. Office of Career Services, worth mentioning for sure. They work by individual appointments. They are responsible for on-campus recruiting and networking events. They do invite more than 200 employers per year to participate in the events. You can go update your resume, you can go try the mock job interview with them. So they have pretty cool services out there. And another great thing about them, they work for current students as well as alums. So once you graduate, doesn't mean you cannot go back and talk to them. You can always, because the way we like to say here, one Spartan, forever Spartan. So you can always go and talk to them and use the services they have. So a little bit of information from the Office of Career Services. So this is the partial list of companies that have hired UT graduate international students in the past. All of them are right here in Tampa Bay area. So nice and easy, don't have to go far. And graduate report class of 2018 median salaries. So you can take a look and just have an idea of how much the annual salaries are for certain degrees. So let's start with an MBA program. It is the oldest program that we have. It was founded in 1973. The average class size is 23, class age is 23, 25 years. We do not require work experience for our MBA program. It was created for emerging leaders. That's why the average work experience is 1 to 3 years. So MBA will definitely take your career to the next level. You can always do MBA if you plan changing your career, if you want to switch fields, if you want to develop this entrepreneurial spirit, definitely expand your horizon and network. So those are the perks of our MBA program. This is the sample schedule. So all the programs are approved as 2-year programs for I-20 purposes. But then within those 2 years, you can definitely take more classes per semester if you feel like, because minimum to be considered fully enrolled is 8 credit hours. 8 credit hours is just couple classes. It means 8 hours per week in a classroom. That's not a lot, but since we have a lot of group work, it's a lot of projects, research, and also networking events that we have. So 2 years is the max, and then it's up to you. You choose. You take it nice and slow, use all 2 years, go do your internship as a part of the program, or you take more classes, study through the summer, and then graduate faster. International students don't have to study during summer. Usually you do internship and you can take less than 8 credit hours as well. Or at the same time, you can totally take full academic load and then study during summers. So those are 10 concentrations that you can add to MBA program. You don't have to decide right away when you're applying. You can just apply to general MBA and then add one of 10 concentrations along the way. Because the way it works, usually you take all the courses for MBA program, and in your last semester, you take 4 elective courses from the field of your interest. This way, your diploma will say MBA in entrepreneurship or MBA in finance. Just want to mention here, if you are interested in taking the CPA exam for the accountants, you can just have the concentration in accounting to your MBA, and this way you will get all the classes, all the hours that you need to take the CPA exam at the end. So you don't have to study Master of Science in Accounting. That's like a small, tiny little hint. When I travel doing my recruitment fairs, this is the most popular question: MBA or MS? Because in Europe, it looks a little bit different. Students are doing Master of Science first, and then they go work, get that work experience, and then they come back to get the MBA when they have that experience. Here in US, it's a slightly different approach. MBA, MS, it's totally same level of education. It's the same master's degree. The difference is MBA is a broad, big business program, and it will provide you with a general scope of business management skills. Okay, so you will have entrepreneurship class, accounting class, finance, stats. So it's a big, broad business degree. MS, it's more narrow. It allows students to focus on one functional area of business. So most of the time, if students are still not sure what are they planning to do, they know it's going to be in the field of business for sure, but they still, considering marketing, accounting, cybersecurity, they go ahead and do MBA. If you're 100% sure that marketing is your dream, then definitely go do Master of Science in Marketing. Don't waste your time on a lot of accounting courses, finance courses. You will definitely get all the basic business core courses for sure in both programs, but then you will, in MS, you will just be more focused that particular field. Comparing to MBA, where you have all those business courses to finish. Master of Science degrees that we have gives you depth of knowledge. You can gain expertise in particular subject, and you can definitely apply knowledge immediately to profession. So those are the courses we have: accounting, finance, marketing, entrepreneurship, and cybersecurity. Important to mention here that Master of Science in Accounting, Master of Science in Finance and Master of Science in Cybersecurity, those two are STEM approved programs. Sorry. So finance and cybersecurity are STEM. Couple features about our Master of Science in Accounting. It prepares students for a professional career in accounting, designed to satisfy the educational requirements for the CPA exam. And most of our accounting students are taking CPA exam while they're still in the program. And we also have award-winning Beta Alpha C chapter on campus. MS in Finance gives you practical financial management and modern valuation focus. We have CFA exam support and required areas of MS in Finance programs such as decision analysis, corporate finance, financial markets, investment, international finance, valuation. MS in Marketing is extremely flexible program that you can customize to your career interest. By choosing different electives, you can choose different path in marketing. You will have the ability to concentrate in specific areas of marketing by choosing those electives. Our faculty have practitioner experience, so that's very helpful when you need that networking in the classroom. And you will be dealing with multiple real-world projects throughout the curriculum. MS in Entrepreneurship, very interesting program. It's slightly different one, only 12-month cohort-based. So you start with a group of people and you graduate with exactly the same cohort of students. They take one class at a time. They have short sessions, 5-6 weeks long through the year. And this program built for students willing to have their own businesses. So some students in the program, they already have their running business. Some of students just think about it. So they're extremely hands-on. The program emphasizes experiential learning. Students may focus on their own projects throughout the curriculum or team with companies in UT's incubator and accelerator programs. You will definitely create lasting connections with fellow entrepreneurs, investors, and advisors. And at the end of this program, you will have the opportunity to present to investors and potentially raise capital for your business. We also have coaching and mentoring system there. So each student receives in-depth coaching and mentoring from a variety of experts and advisors, including program director, professors, entrepreneurs in residence. So we have those there too with the office hours. So that's pretty exciting, and local business owners. So this is, if you think about opening your company in the future, consider this amazing program. Master of Science in Cybersecurity, a very popular program. So here at the UT, our MS in Cybersecurity program has a very strong business component. So you start with business core courses, and then you move to cyber ITM courses, electives. You can choose thesis, non-thesis track. So usually it's non-thesis. If you think about PhD option as a next step, you should definitely choose the thesis track. The only difference is we need the writing sample, and then at the end of thesis track route, you submit the thesis paper. The curriculum is the same. And this Master of Science in Cybersecurity is STEM approved program, and we do not require the GMAT or GRE to admit you to that program. Quick overview of criminology, criminal justice. Again, if you're not a business student, you're interested in criminology, you can choose thesis, non-thesis track. Same thing as with cybersecurity, you write a paper or you don't. And this is the program coursework, 36 grade hours total. So you can also have the option of dual degree here at the UT. So by adding 24 credit hours of appropriate courses, you will get MBA and MS in Finance, MBA and Accounting, MBA and Marketing, and MBA in Cybersecurity. So those are the combinations that you can do by just adding 24 credit hours and save a lot of time and money and graduate with 2 diplomas, MBA and appropriate masters. Admission requirements, you start with very straightforward online application, complete required fields. I need copies of your bachelor degree from accredited institution. Mark sheets, just submit those. Don't worry about official transcript. You will be able to submit it later because we can make decision based on copies. We need 2 professional reference letters. We need your resume, personal statement, GMAT or GRE for MBA and certain business programs, and TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo as a language test score, as well as for Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, we need 3 to 5 minutes video pitching your business idea. You don't have to have all the documents ready when you apply. You can just start with online application first and then add all the documents gradually once you receive them. So once the application is complete, we will be able to review everything and come up with admission decision. It's a rolling admission here at the UT in grad school. We have no deadlines. Just keep in mind we have 3 intakes: fall, spring, and summer. Summer is not the most popular one, but in case you're willing to start in May, you have to do it. There's an option to do that, definitely. But apart from that, it's fall, end of August, and spring, end of January. We do have GMAT waivers options for you. So Master of Science in Cybersecurity and Entrepreneurship, those programs do not require the GMAT or GRE. But for rest of the programs, if your degree is from ACSB accredited university, your GPA is 3.25 and higher, and you have B grades and high and relevant coursework, we will waive the GMAT for you. For international students, the the first one is the most complicated requirement. The school's supposed to be ACSB accredited. So if it's not, then we unfortunately were unable to waive the GMAT for you. But still, if you're willing to, if you want to be considered for graduate assistantship at the end, it's a very beneficiary to have the GMAT waiver. So it's your advantage if your GMAT or GRE score is pretty competitive. It gives you more chances to get the graduate assistantship position. Tuition and fees, 1 credit hour is $655. So once you get your acceptance letter, academic advisor will create your personal plan of studies. So this is the list of courses that you have to take to graduate. And then you just take, starting from 8 credit hours till up to 16 each semester, and times 655, this is going to be your tuition for semester. We will only add $50 student service fee and $450 for mandatory health insurance. We are responsible. Health insurance, pretty big deal in US, so the university is responsible for that. You don't have to worry about it. It will be part of your tuition. And below, this is the average tuition fee for 2-year program. MBA is going to be about around 37,000, and Master of Science has less credit hours, will be around 28. Tuition for 2 years, so that's pretty amazing. Graduate assistantships, we do have more than 60 scholarships through the year. So the way it works, we look at your GPA and your GMAT or GRE score. If the GMAT is waived, then you just have GPA to prove your qualifications, pretty much. So first of all, GPA, GMAT, and then we definitely read the resume. We have to make sure that the student has, interesting work experience, because as a part of your graduate assistantship, we will cover 36 credit hours of your tuition fee. So you start by paying nothing, and then depending on how many credits left at the end of the program, you cover that part. You also receive $1,500 stipend each semester, so twice a year, and you work on campus for 20 hours a week. So this is the graduate assistantship deal. And in if we talk money here, it's worth about 29,000. So partial tuition reimbursement, your stipend, work on campus, so it's worth about 29,000. So that's a pretty good deal. You don't have to apply separately. We consider all admitted students, so just make sure all the documents are in, decision is ready, and a couple months before semester starts, we open the list of all admitted students and admit and invite the qualified ones. Okay, so this is the latest update about international students. So University of Tampa is face-to-face. We are functioning in good old-fashioned way. So it means you cannot have hundreds of your courses online. You have to be on campus. You have to get your I-20 start in that semester. And then our classes, the maximum online component can be 50-50. So we call it hybrid. 50% of the class can be face-to-face, 50% online. This is the max online percentage that you'll get. So we still try to be as face-to-face as possible. And yeah, so it works the same old way. We admit you, you get your I-20, you go to the embassy, get your F1, you arrive on campus. So this is it from my end. Hope you like the information, the presentation. So now I'm ready to answer the questions that you have.
Thank you so much, Maria. Yes, there are a lot of questions from students. Okay, so I'll start with my first question. Just a minute. students, just to inform you, in case you want to ask your question directly to Maria, you can click on the raise hand tab. Shiksha will unmute you and you can ask your question to her directly. Okay. So I'll start with the first question. This is from Disha Nair. She's asking, what is the requirement to do a 2 years MBA? What is the total cost to do this program, including the hostel fee and food? And what are the chances of getting a permanent full-time job post the course?
Okay. Yes. So MBA full tuition will be about 37,000 plus your living expenses. If you want to stay on campus with fully residential, you can do that. It's expensive because it's a private university, so it's going to add about 12,000 a year for on-campus housing. It goes with the meal plan, so you shouldn't worry about food. Or you can definitely rent an apartment within walking distance with the roommates. This is like the most popular scenario for international graduate students. They usually live off campus, and it's going to be way cheaper because prices are very affordable here. So you can rent apartment, 2-bedroom apartments for about like 1,000, 1,100 split with your roommate. So this is the opportunity, of course. And speaking of jobs after MBA program, 98% of our international graduate students are working after graduation. So it's not a extremely complicated to find the job. You just have to be proactive, participate in everything we have, all the fairs, all the networking opportunities by the career services. And yes, our international students are working after graduation.
Okay, thank you so much, Maria. I'm now going to take a live question. I'm going to unmute Muskan Gupta. Muskan, please ask your question and unmute yourself before asking.
Hello. Hey, Maria.
Hi.
Hi. So all of my questions are mostly asked, but I hadn't had any experience in that. So what are the requirements that we need to fulfill before getting there regarding the visas and all of the things? Like, what is the total process that we can get admission in University of Tampa?
Okay, yes. So you apply online, you submit the documents that I mentioned, your mark sheets, resume, personal statement, GMAT, TOEFL, resume. Once your file is complete, we review everything. If you fulfill the admission requirements, we admit you. After that, you have your acceptance letter. We ask for financial documents for the I-20. So it's pretty much the financial certificate that I send you, you fill it out, mentioning how you plan to pay for the school. So it's your own savings, sponsor, family sponsor. And then the second document for I-20 is the bank statement. So we have to see $24,000 on the account to issue the I-20. So once you get your I-20, you go to schedule the visa appointment at the U.S. Embassy, bring your acceptance letter, the I-20, and there's a list of the document that they will let you know. You bring after you apply for the appointment, and you go there, get your student visa based on the I-20. So that's the most important document from the school. It says that the student has grades that we need, the scores that we need, the student has finances that we need, they will be able to afford the school. So yeah, that's the most important document we issue. You get your F1 visa based on that.
Okay, so we have to apply for the visa like after the selection process with the university, right? I thought and listened some of the time that visa processing takes time, too much time. So this happens with the H1B or the student visa as well?
So in most of the countries, F1 is a priority now because you have you have a letter from the university saying that we're waiting for you. So they, as far as I'm concerned, most of the embassies, they stop the tourist visa at the moment because that's not the priority, but school is the priority because, you know, the university is waiting for you. You have that valid I-20. So yeah, it's not a problem to schedule the visa appointment to get your F1. But yeah, keep in mind the time frame that you have in your city, because you know everything is opening back to normal now, so they can take a little bit more time than they usually do. That's why it doesn't really matter that we have a rolling admission here and no deadlines. You always have your personal deadline, meaning how much time you need in your particular city to go and get your F1 visa. So check with the embassy what's the time frame, because I hear from students it's getting easier and easier, but some countries are still not working with, you know, particular visa types, so they just slowly getting back to normal. So check that, but yes, it's up to you. You have to schedule the appointment and go get your visa.
Okay. Are there any specific tests for the university to avail the scholarships? Like, is there anything like scholarship that we get from University of Tampa, like based on our GMAT or GRE or the previous UG score, UG GPA?
Yeah, so we need, for admission, we need the GMAT or GRE, TOEFL, and IELTS. And this is the same credentials we are evaluating when we invite students to apply for graduate assistantship. So graduate assistantship is the only scholarship option that we have for international graduate and domestic graduate students as well. So yeah, make sure you have your GMAT or GRE, TOEFL or IELTS, and your GPA. So those are numbers that we're looking at when we admit you and when we invite qualified students for graduate assistance positions.
Okay, so we mainly have to like give two of the exams. One is for like if we choose between GRE and GMAT,
Yes,
that is one, and then the TOEFL or IELTS
correct.
means any one of them. So means
Yes.
totally two exams are needed for the admission purpose, right?
Yes, correct. Yes. So we need the math, which is GMAT and GRE. You choose, we accept both. And then we need the language, and we accept TOEFL, IELTS, and Duolingo. So Duolingo, it's a new thing we adopted during COVID times. You take it from home and it's way cheaper than TOEFL or IELTS. So you can take that. It's up to you.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Maria. All of my doubts and questions are being answered. Thank you very much.
Oh, good. Yeah. And if you have more, just send an email and I'll call you back and we will keep in touch. Thank you.
Okay, okay. From where I can get your email, right?
Yes.
Uh, sorry, I asked like from where can I get
Oh,
your
there,
email?
I can text it in the chat, and Lakshmi can give it to you as well. So right there will be my information sent to students.
Okay, okay,
Thank
okay.
you so much,
Thanks,
Muskan.
Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving to the next question, I'm going to take from Vikramjit Singh. Vikram, I am unmuting you. Please ask your question.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I shut the
Okay.
window. It's getting too bright.
Thanks for accepting me. My question is about to take admission for GMT or IELTS regarding,
Mm-hmm.
as I am Indian students and currently I am studying in Europe in Latvia country,
Mm-hmm.
and I am doing my MBA and just I am going to finish in coming June. Yeah.
Okay.
So here I am studying as a medium of English. So I want to know, will I need to be pass IELTS exam again, or you are accepting like if I am finishing European master degree and you are accepting without IELTS or no?
What's the country where your campus is located?
It's Latvia. It's Latvia, Riga, Riga.
Oh my God, I'm from Estonia. I'm from Tallinn, neighbor country.
Ah, very, very, very near Estonia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
go check
Mhm.
it out. It's so cute there. So no, we
Yeah, I am planning. Yeah. So. Mhm.
good. We still
Yeah.
need the TOEFL or IELTS from those countries. So we have the list of the countries that, you know, common sense, like UK, Ireland, Australia, Canada. We don't require the TOEFL or IELTS from those countries. But yeah, most of the European countries, because English is not the official language there, they have their own. So yeah, even though your education is in English, we still need the TOEFL or IELTS or Duolingo.
Ah, okay, okay. Then I need to pass my IELTS exam. What are the requirements for masters, like for in minimum in IELTS? 6 or 6?
6.5 IELTS, TOEFL 90, and Duolingo 120.
Okay, 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 okay.
We
Then
must
everything.
Latvia now.
Yeah, but all the informations I can find on your sites and everything is clear there. That is the only one question which I had to explain this, and I'm very satisfied with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm
Thank you.
waiting to
Yeah.
hear from you, okay? Good luck
Thank you.
with your
Thank you. Thank
academic.
Thank
you.
you so much, Vikram. Thank you. Okay, next I'm going to unmute Disha Nair. Disha, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, Maria. I'm a
Disha,
student.
your voice is very low.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Better.
Okay, hello. Actually, I'm a second year student, and I just wanted to ask, since I don't have any work experience, so can I keep my GMAT like in my fourth year and then submit it to you so that I can get advanced admission, and by the time years of work experience and come back directly join there?
So we do not require work experience. Like I mentioned, our MBA was created for emerging leaders. So we do expect a lot of our students don't have work experience. They go straight after undergrad, or they have the year or two, which is totally fine. So don't worry about the work experience. Make sure you're getting good grades there, and you can apply, and I can admit you even when during your undergrad. So if the last semester of the grades are missing, we can still admit you. We can still process all the documents. Okay, so you can apply and get your admission decision while you're still in undergrad, your last semester. So that's totally fine.
Okay, and I have one more question, that what is the minimum score that we require for GMAT, TOEFL, or IELTS?
TOEFL is 90, IELTS 6.5, and the GMAT, minimum GMAT is 500, and then we have sliding scale with your GPA. So if your GPA is 3.2 and higher, and I will do the evaluation, don't worry about it. 500 is enough. If your GPA is going a little lower than that, we need the higher GMAT to balance. But usually 500, 550 is a safe number.
Okay, and do we get scholarship based upon GMAT?
Yes, yeah. Graduate assistantship is based on your GPA, your grades, and the GMAT or GRE score. Yes.
So what will be the score that we need for scholarship as well?
So in order to admit you, 500 is enough, but in order to be considered for graduate assistantship, we start from 580, 590.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Disha. Okay, student, if you have further questions, please click on raise hand tab and you can ask your question directly. I'm going to take some questions from the Q&A section now. So, Maria, there are a lot of students who have asked about what is the deadline to apply for fall 21.
We don't have official deadlines. It's a rolling admission here. So, but for your visa purposes and everything else, you have to plan. Usually, you have to have everything ready. I mean, acceptance letter, documents in I-20, couple of months before semester starts. So fall starts end of August. So June, end of May, June is your deadline to have an acceptance letter. So you can apply even now and then gradually send the documents that you have. Once the file is complete, we will be ready to review everything.
Okay. Moving to the next question. This is asked by Edao Bello. He's asking, I have a Bachelor's of Science degree, which is in geology with grade 2.1. However, I have over 6 years of professional experience in sales. Am I eligible for GMAT waiver?
No, we're supposed to have business degree to start with. It should be in the field of business, and the university is supposed to have a CSB accreditation. So I'm afraid, yes, based on the major, it's not business. So
Okay. Moving to the next question. This is from Revant Kumar Madhuri. Revant is asking, my GPA is 2.4, which is low for admission requirement, whereas my IELTS is 7 and GRE is 319. So what are the chances of me getting admission?
So if your GPA, first of all, we calculate overall GPA and we do the last 60 hours. So if you did better closer to the end of your program, your last 60 GPA will be higher than overall. So the lowest GPA we can fully admit you is 2.75. So if you get 275 and the GMAT of 550, this is the magical formula, we can still fully admit you. If your GPA falls below 275, we can do the conditional admission. It means we can admit 10% of our students conditionally. So same thing as full admit. The only thing is you have to maintain the GPA of 3.0 during your first semester. And then after that, you will never hear the word conditional again. So it's the same as full admit. The only thing is we have this latitude of admitting 10% conditionally. So this is the best example to explain the conditional admission. If your GPA, you cannot increase your GPA. Your GPA is what you have already. But if you have the nice GRE score and your GRE is pretty impressive, IELTS 7.0, good score. So we can definitely try conditional admission in your case to give you that chance. Yes, we do have that option.
Okay. So Maya, there are a lot of questions also on how much work experience is required for the MBA program.
Not required. No, we don't have it. It's not required. It's going to be your advantage when you're looking for jobs after graduation, but in order to be admitted, we do not require work experience.
Okay. So Disha has further asked that in case if I don't get placed, how long can I stay in the US to look for a job?
So after MBA, your OPT, because MBA is not a STEM program, your OPT is 1 year. So you have 12 months to stay in the country and work. And the way it works, you have, after graduation, you apply, while still in the program, you apply to get the work authorization card. You open your OPT, get work authorization card, and then you have 3 months to find the job. So 90 days to find the job after graduation and start working. So you cannot, it's like having a year after graduation doesn't mean you can, just stay and do nothing. You have to work and find the job within 3 months. So that's the rule. And yeah, and then especially if your program is STEM approved, like finance or cyber, you have 3 years of OPT. You have extended 24 months after a year. So that's pretty cool. You have 3 years instead of 1. So think about that.
Okay. Moving to the next question, and this is asked by Ashwin Suresh. He's asked that currently I am studying bachelor's in management study in marketing. According to you, what is better for me, MBA in marketing or MS in marketing?
So it's up to you. If you during your undergrad realize that you want to work in the field of marketing, you want to explore the field of marketing, and this is your passion, I would definitely say go with Master of Science in Marketing. If you're still deciding, maybe finance, maybe, I don't know, what if something else, then definitely do MBA. And then even during the MBA program, what if you will realize marketing is not necessarily your passion? You can always add another concentration. Shouldn't be marketing, sure. You can do like concentration in entrepreneurship or concentration in finance or cybersecurity. You can do that. So yeah, keep in mind, if you want to do marketing, then definitely MS. Don't waste your time and money on MBA, because MS in marketing will give you the knowledge that you need to go and work in the field of marketing. That's it. But MBA will give you broader chances, bigger options, definitely. So admission requirements are totally, absolutely the same. So don't worry about that. Think about the future and research the programs on our website, check the classes, the course schedule. So do a little bit of research and make your choice.
Okay. Next question is from Vasanta Tekam. Vasanta has asked that I have already done my PGDM in India and my college have MBA accreditation. Do I need to study masters or MBA again, or can I directly go with a PhD?
So your postgraduate diploma is not equivalent to MS or MBA degree in US. So if you want to do a PhD in US, you have to do MS or MBA first here. That's for sure.
Okay. Taking up the next question, this is from Ananta Swarna. Ananta has asked that I've graduated in December 2020, and if I want to apply, but I will remain unemployed if I apply for fall semester or May semester. So will that be considered by the university?
Yeah, I don't really understand what does she mean by I will stay unemployed. So it means she will not have that work experience nonstop, right?
She's saying that she was graduated in December 2020. So if she wants to apply for May or for the fall semester, so for that duration, does she need to work, or she can remain unemployed and can apply, or can work on some documentation and other stuff? Because if she joins in fall, so from this January till September, it will show that she's been unemployed. She has not worked.
Oh,
So
it's okay.
what?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. No, absolutely. It's not a problem at all. I would suggest the fall intake because it's a bigger one. And for summer, we don't have graduate assistantship. So summer is a very small intake. We do not award graduate assistantship. Graduate assistantship works for fall and spring only.
Okay. Moving to the next question, this is asked by Farouk. He's asking, what is in general the house rent in Tampa area? Is it expensive or is affordable if the student is not in the university campus and stays outside, wants to live outside the campus?
Yes. So off-campus housing is cheaper than on-campus because the UT is a private school, so dorms on campus plus meal plans more expensive than renting an apartment. So I would say, and then if that student is interested, he can just go ahead and email me because I can send the list of like the prices for general for apartments, rent, food. I can send that to give an idea. But just right now, 1-bedroom apartment and 1-bedroom here means 2 rooms, okay, bedroom and living rooms, like a studio. So that means you can bring the roommate. So 1-bedroom apartment will be about $1,100 a month. So you split it in 2, each pays $500, $600, and this is way cheaper than on campus, because on campus with the meal plan will be about $12,000-$15,000 a year, including meal plans. And we have different options. So this is the average. But yeah, it's more expensive to live on campus than renting an apartment. And we have a lot of international students living around the university. So once you're ready to talk about housing, I can always give you contacts of the current students, and they will share how to find it, where to go, so all that important information.
Okay. Our next question is by Mahmood. He's asking, what is the maximum study gap acceptable for the MBA program?
We don't really. It's an irrelevant question. We don't pay attention at this information. No, don't worry about it.
Okay. So Vasanta is further asking, it is the same student who's asking for the PhD program. So he's asking, Ma'am, if I want to change my stream from finance to CS or software, is it possible if I want to do a master's program in that particular field? Because his background is finance and marketing.
Yes, he can definitely do that. Yes, absolutely. And as I mentioned during my presentation, it's a great chance to switch the field. You can definitely do it. Same admission requirements if you're from the field or if you're not from the field. So yeah, take the TOEFL, take the GMAT, apply, and yes, definitely, it's always an option.
Okay, so with this, I'm going to take the last question for today.
Okay.
This question has again been asked by 2-3 students, wherein they've asked if the program for September 2021, wherein you said that the students will be applicable for the graduate assistantship.
Yeah.
So are these classes going to be hybrid classes, online or on-campus programs?
It's on campus. Everything is face-to-face. We had fall 20 face-to-face. This spring started its face-to-face, and fall will be 100% face-to-face with the slight hybrid component. So it's up to the professors. So if they think they can teach 50% in class, 50% online, they can totally do it, but students have to be on campus. So not more than 50% of a class. And usually the way it works, because I teach as well, I teach first year seminar for freshmen, we split the class into groups, and then one class we meet with group 1, and another group is in Zoom, and then next class we switch. So I personally meet with group 2, and group 1 joins us in Zoom. So that's how we do it, just to avoid having too many people in the classroom at the same time. But no, everything is face-to-face. We're not going to switch online. No, we have a lot of international students. We really care about them. We have to be face-to-face.
Okay. So students and Maria, with this, we come to the end of this session. And thank you so much, Maria, for taking out time today and for sharing the information about the university. And I hope that this must have helped the students in knowing that, in clarifying their doubts and whatever questions they had. Students, if you have further questions, I've already shared Maria's email address with you. You can write to her directly, or Shiksha counselors will get in touch with you within some time, and you can raise your queries with them, and maybe then they can connect you with Maria in case there are certain questions that they are not able to help you with. So thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much, students, for joining us today. And Maria, before leaving, would you like to share something with the students?
Thank you so much once again for your time. I really enjoyed our session this morning. It was totally worth waking up a little bit earlier. So thank you for your time. You have my email address, so don't be shy. Send your questions. I always call you back, WhatsApp. So totally open to communicate and then explain more in details. Okay, and hope to see you in Tampa one day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maria. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.